I'm Jeremy Greer.
And I'm Gary Butterfield.
And this is Days of Future Cast. We are going through all of the side issues of Avengers versus X-Men. We're into the new Avengers, which answers the question, hey, what's Hawkeye doing during all of this? What's going on with a Hawkeye, everybody?
He got burned, real bad.
Mm-hmm.
He's been healed.
He's fine. So it's weird. These two, Gary, are you doing okay? Everything's fine? You're doing well?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
It is what it is. I'm fine.
It is what it is.
that old tautology. It's what are you gonna do about it? You got no power.
It's true. Can't change nothing. That's what I always say.
Can't change nothing. So my old man told me. This is these two issues. I'm glad that we're out of Iron Fist land.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're coming back. I like these two issues of New Avengers as short stories. This one's a little bit obnoxious because it's just, what are the three characters that Bendis really, really loves?
Yep.
What if they were together?
I'm surprised if Jessica Jones hadn't had a baby, she'd be in here too somehow. But
100%.
At the very beginning of all this, she was like, "I've got a baby. I'm going to go do my own comic." And Marvel editorial was like, "No, you're not. You're just not going to have a comic book for a little while."
There's no baby adventures, Jewel.
There's no baby adventures. Get out of here. And this is fine. I think it's a fun read for the most part. And it's I think the end quote unquote twist is suitably evil for what the X-Men are doing. So
yeah, especially not what we know about Danger.
Exactly. Yeah, that was actually my big disappointment is that Unit didn't show up throughout this. So
yeah, who knows how much they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
Cover is just a big. We're also off of Walt Simonson.
Mm-hmm.
We're back to Mike Deodato. Who is not my favorite artist in the world, but is significantly better than Walt Simonson.
Yes, at least modern day.
No, Walt Simonson's on Avengers, not on New Avengers. Fuck.
It's hard to keep up, Gary. It really is.
Yeah, the art's better than it could be. We don't get any Uniteeth Hawkeye.
Yeah,
which I'm waiting for Jeremy Renner to pull out all the dentures and reveal one gigantic tooth during the MCU show.
Dude, don't spoil the the post credit sequence.
Hawkeye's Omnitooth. The post credits is him solemnly taking out dentures in a mirror, revealing one big tooth.
God, Kate just beside him
and
is
saying
horrified.
Nat, sadly to the mirror.
Nat. That series is surprisingly great. As somebody who
very good
has had zero to no empathy or has never really liked the MCU Hawkeye or thought that it was really worth the shit, and I don't particularly like Jeremy Renner either. He shows up in some Mission Impossible movies, and I could just care less about him. It's doing a surprising amount of work. It does Thor 3 levels of work of making me like Thor retroactively. I feel like now that I've seen Hawkeye, I'll go back to the first Avengers movie and be like, oh damn, they got Hawkeye. I like that dude.
He's doing great work. It's a really good performance from Jeremy Renner, and I know that it's not a popular thing to say, but it is.
No, I mean,
I think he's doing a really good job. And the show is generally good too. He's not the best part of it or anything. He's just doing a good job.
Yeah.
The cast is generally really good. I can't wait for Swordman to start doing shit. I love that guy. Can't remember his name, but that actor's great.
Yes, absolutely.
It's good. It's a really good show. I've been looking forward to it every week.
Mm-hmm.
So in this comic, we got our splash page with these three, Spider-Woman, Hawkeye, and Luke Cage, the three characters Brian Bendis likes. And we start off on a prison scene here. They kind of show the different we zoom in, we get the Utopia, the ex-brig, and we get one of the cuckoos giving food to Spider-Woman.
Just call it a brig. You made a word worse.
The Phoenix brig.
You just made it longer and harder to use.
The Jean Grey Memorial Phoenix rig.
Oh my god. They're drugging the food to keep Spider-Woman's powers down.
Well, that's what she thinks.
Yeah, that's what
really
she thinks.
It's the cuckoo who's doing it.
And Jessica, I think her name is Jessica, right? Too, Jessica Walters.
I can't remember Spider-Woman's if she's also a Jessica.
It doesn't matter, but I'm gonna look.
Because there's lots of Spider-Women as well, so that's the confusing part of it.
Jessica Drew, yeah.
Jessica Drew. There we are.
She asked this cuckoo child, hey, when you were a little girl, is this what you dreamed of doing? just trying to appeal to the humanity, or like the basic amount of empathy that a jailer would have for someone who is jailed. On the flip side of that, we get Thunderbird delivering food to Luke Cage, who immediately tries to attack him through the bars. Luke Cage does not like to be jailed. I don't know if you know that about him.
No, that's not his thing. He's upset. He's like, can you make some new food? He's like, no, you just hawked out on me. And then he's like, can I get your phone? Can I find out the sports scores? Can you tell my wife I love her? Just real sad sack stuff. We got Magma bringing food to Hawkeye, and they're like, you can't have silverware. You can turn anything into a weapon. You have to use your fingers. He starts lying and saying that there's glass in the potatoes.
Classic Hawkeye right there, Gary. You can do
classic Hawkeye.
The old glass of the potato trick.
Potatoes. Yep. And Magma, the complete moron. Until I found out what the spoiler, this is a simulation. Until I found that out, this made me so mad, because it's just like, first of all, she forgets that she has powers. If someone's going to grab her arm, that's like exactly the wrong arm to grab. But then also her just being like, there's not glass in the potatoes, but I should look.
I should definitely go check this out. Yeah.
Yeah. The Phoenix is, I can tell the Phoenix is evil is because they put glass shards in mashed potatoes. Like, real small ball.
Just real ridiculously small. He throws the plate at her neck, manages to grab her arm and pull it through, and is like, hey, if you open the door, I'll give you your arm back. The other X-Men run over, and Thunderbird manages to like push him back to the end of or hit him and knock him off. And Magma's like, he broke my arm, and I'm like, your arm? Why didn't you turn into Magma? Like, what did? I was really frustrated. Like, your name, like your name is your thing.
Your name is what you do.
It's not just your name; it's what you do.
So she's real mad. She, I hope you starve, human. And we're supposed to feel bad for Hawkeye here. Looking at his wedding ring, and talks about how he wants In-N-Out Burger. Okay. The Cuckoo brings Spider-Woman stuff to wash up with, and she starts talking her into, you're wrong. The whole rumor is they got Thor, and she's like, that's it for us humans. We're gonna die. She's like, no, Scott has a plan, and she's like, you think he does, and he thinks he does, but it's all gonna go bad. She asked for a piece of paper and pencil to write a will, because she says that Emma Frost said she was gonna execute her. Here, this is all psychological warfare stuff.
Yeah. Again, just trying to appeal to the jailer in order to gain some sort of advantage to take advantage of it, take advantage of the jailer, and of course it works. The Cuckoo gives her a pen and a piece of paper, and she uses it to pull the Cuckoo the arms through the bars. I wish I knew.
Blocky on this is a little weird.
I wish I knew her name. Like, I hate calling her the Cuckoo. It sounds so fucking dorky.
Yeah.
But
they said earlier it might be Esme.
Okay, sure. Let's say Esme
or maybe Phoebe. I don't know. Esme might be the one who died. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
they made 5 identical characters and released them all at the same time. What am I supposed to do?
But Spider-Woman holds the pin up to her neck and is like, you need to open the door or I'm going to kill you, and then knocks her out. And as soon as she's knocked out, her powers come back, or Spider-Woman's powers come back. And then you want to talk about terrible blocking. If when she runs into Thunderbird,
dude,
what is this?
What is this move?
Yeah, like I looked at it several times. So she's running. She jumps up with her right arm.
It is a hood, yeah. And I'll assure you, all you can, or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a. Man, do you remember fighting Vega for the first time in Street Fighter 2?
Yeah,
like it's
she turns into Vega.
Yeah, it's
kinda.
Real strange.
Yeah, but it's at this canted angle, and she flips around. She isn't she doing the OK symbol with her hand? I don't know, but she jumps up and then all of a sudden is flipped back around, hitting him in the face. Like the middle step shouldn't be there. It was just so she comes from high enough, but she also could have just tackled him.
Yeah, just looks a little weird. And then there's some fighting between him and her, but she ends up basically knocking him out. And then as she opens up Hawkeye's cell, he believes that she's a mutant and starts to try to attack her, but she being Hawkeye's girlfriend, knows about that thing on his butt, which instantly causes him to realize, oh, this is my girlfriend. This is not a mutant pretending to be my girlfriend. Hawkeye, the mutants are currently possessed by like world-class telepaths. Like they're just lousy with telepaths, like all over the place. Everybody knows where that thing on your butt came from, Hawkeye. Like literally everybody.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. It is a weird time for them to reveal that he has one of those, what are those called? It's not teratoma. But it is a Binding of Isaac energy of some kind.
You think he has a third cheek? You can get, is what you're saying?
Yeah. You get like a weird tube. Like every once in a while you get leakage in that zone and they have to build a tube. It's gross.
Do not.
So this is him revealing that they have that.
I liked my third cheek joke a lot better because come on, who doesn't want a third cheek down there? Two cracks.
It's less gross.
Two cracks.
Does a third cheek mean two assholes? Or is there just nothing between middle cheek and one of the other ones?
I would assume that means two assholes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That might be a little tricky.
I mean, not if you got four hands, right, Gary?
Like, not if you have the bidet blaster 4000. I have a little plastic Blastoise that takes care of me. So they're very happy. As they're leaving, they stop by and they see Luke Cage and get him out. I like this little bit where it's like, you can grow hair. And he's like, of course I can grow hair. I like that. He chooses to be bald.
Yep. And on the way out, they slap somebody. The sound effect is
they punch somebody in the spine.
Yeah, like the sound effect says slap. It looks like it's a full punch into the back of the neck, which would instantly kill a man. And I don't know what X-Men that is. Like I can't really tell.
It looks a little bit like
Sunspot, maybe.
Sunspot.
Yeah,
Sunspot. I was gonna say.
But they run outside and are immediately confronted by Colossus as he's teamed up with Gambit, Psylocke, Havoc,
Polaris, and Havoc.
Polaris.
Yeah.
Luke Cage tells the other two, like, hey, run, I'm gonna distract this. Hawkeye's like, okay, let's ride. And Spider-Man's like, no, we can't leave him behind. And Hawkeye's like, yes, we can. Let's roll. And then they get all the way up to the edge of this thing when of course they run into Cyclops and Emma Frost.
Yep. They punch them, they knock everybody out really easily, they jump in a boat, and they're very happy. And then this is pulled back. They're inside a tubes administered by Danger.
Yes.
Who is running them through these escape attempts as torture. So no other real reason.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Like she's just like this is what I do. This is your punishment. This is what I don't know what else to tell you. And they're like, can we just go to normal jail? And she's like, no, absolutely not.
Oh no. You have to go to torture jail.
This is torture jail all the way.
Did you see the X-Men are super evil now?
Yeah, we're all bad
all
people.
Us.
Yeah,
not just the Phoenix ones. Like, yeah. All the things you thought were going to happen, it happened. It just took the better part of a year.
Yeah, it just took us, it just took you guys, pushing us far enough to put you in jail for us to come up with torture jail as a concept. So congratulations, Avengers.
Yeah. Cyclops is down with us. And then it ends with them restarting the simulation.
Yep. And, the Esme or whoever saying you're not going to eat your food, Spider-Woman, and then the issue ends. And yeah, this is, like you said, I don't think that there's a lot of meat on these bones. Like, it's just a fun little side story about what's happening with these three characters. And, oh yeah, by the way, Danger is super evil. Whether or not she's being manipulated by Unit, Bendis didn't seem to bother to tell us. So who knows?
Yeah. This is either the X-Men are just evil or she's still being piloted. It doesn't really seem like Unit style either.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, boy. It's I don't know. It's a pretty fun story. It moves things along just fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's out of the two new Avengers episodes we're doing, I like the next one better.
Me too. Yeah.
I think it does a better job. But this is fine. And I'm, thank goodness we're not in Kowloon.
Yeah.
So, we'll get there soon. But I'd rather have this.
There's no scrying pools. And we get to, see Spider-Woman kick some ass, I guess. That's pretty fun. I don't get to see that a lot.
Yeah.
And that was the whole reason we wanted to do all these side stories, was to see characters we don't normally see a lot. So mission accomplished. We did it, Gary. We read a Luke Cage comic on an X-Men podcast.
It worked. I'm not super huge into Spider-Woman, but I always kind of like turn against a Bendis pet character,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then eventually start liking them when Bendis loosens his grip. Like when Luke Cage first came back and it was just obvious, like he loved Luke Cage. There wasn't a lot to like about him early on. And then other writers were like, I think the thing that he does that's good is he like brings these characters back. And then other writers like, yeah, Luke Cage is pretty good. What if I did something with him?
Yeah.
And then they kind of pick up the slack, I think. So
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to bring Luke Cage back into modern Marvel fandom, you can go to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv and give us a couple of dollars, and we will use your dollars to turn Luke Cage into a popular character again.
Yeah.
I am actually technically doing that right now
creature.
by rewatching the Luke Cage Marvel series on Netflix. So
Yeah. Getting those numbers up.
getting the stats up.
Yeah. Everybody listening, take care. You can support us by going to patreon.com/DuckFeedTV and leave us ratings reviews on Apple Podcast or Podcast Addict.
Yes. Do all of those things. Tell your
Yeah.
people. And most importantly, come back in a couple of days and listen to us talk about more X-Men.